Hello, kitty cats. It is day 11 of Vlogmas. Ay, 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 day 11. Okay, tonight we're going to do a real quick little craft. And I am sure that you all have seen this craft done many, many, many times on YouTube. However, I've never done this craft, and so I did want to make some of these for my Christmas tree. And so I figured while I was doing it, I might as well film it. So, guys, tonight we're going to make some hot glue decorations for our Christmas tree. So, we get out some spare hot glue. Okay, guys, so I'm going to make two different ornaments for my Christmas tree. The first one I'm going to make is a snowflake. And what I did was I drew a little template that I'm going to put here under my parchment paper. Okay. Then we take the hot glue gun, and I'm going to start over here so I don't get my fingers in anything as I go along. And you want to give your hot glue gun, try to keep even pressure as you squeeze. Okay? Put your tip right down on the parchment paper. And as even pressure as possible. Oops. The thing is with these, yeah, see my hand's shaking a little bit tonight. The thing is with these, if they don't come out completely perfect, that's okay. Because nothing in nature is completely perfect. Okay, guys. So we've got the inner lines drawn. Now what I want to do is I want to let that dry a little bit so that when we start to put our details in there, it doesn't create a big old gloppy mess. Right. So while that is drying, I have another template here for a holly leaf. So what I want to do is I actually want to get a fairly large area to do this because we're going to put a couple pieces together. So I'm going to go ahead and start my holly over here on this side of the parchment. Okay, I hope you guys can see all that. And then we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did for the snowflake. And just taking our time and trying to outline that line as best we can. Again, try to keep even pressure on the handle of your glue gun, the trigger of your glue gun. try to do this without getting my fingers in what I just glued. Ay, ay, ay. My hands are actually, my fingers are starting to get tired. I made quite a few of these today so far. And my fingers are starting to get sore from the trigger. Okay. And again, guys, don't worry if the outline is not completely correct or it's a little gloopy, because hot glue will actually flatten itself out as well. And there's really no way you can make a mistake on these unless you don't let them dry in between, because then you do get a big old gloppy mess. All right, so while that dries, then we're going to go back to our snowflake. Okay, we're going to set the pattern back down underneath of it. And then we're going to start making our details. Again, these are probably not going to be perfect, but who cares? Unless you have huge OCD, who cares if they're perfect or not? It's a snowflake. All right, what I also want to do here in the middle is those two, I kind of want to connect. Now, I probably didn't wait long enough for that one to dry, because now I do have a little bit of a gloppy mess there in the middle. That is our snowflake. Now we're going to let that dry completely. I'm going to go back over here to my holly, which is the first piece is dry. And I'm going to take my same pattern and I just want to overlap the first one a little bit. Follow that down and connect them. Follow my line, and I'm just going to stop there. Okay. And come down and connect those at the bottom, and then do your center stem. Okay. Now, because we are not going to do any more with that, we can go ahead and do our third holly. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you all are well. I am well as well. Okay. All right, guys, and we are almost done our little holly here. Now, what I do want to do is I'm going to make, with my glue gun, 3 little round berries. And to make them round, you just hold your glue gun right in the center and squeeze. And this will automatically flow out into a fairly round shape. All right. Now, again, once that is drying, we can go back over to our snowflake, which actually is completely dry. And then you're just going to peel it gently. You don't want to rip it. Peel it gently up off of the parchment paper. And there you have your little snowflake. At this point, you want to go around and pull off any of the glue webs, little glue strings, as you know, as much as you can. And we're going to go ahead and let that dry. Let's go back over to our holly, which feels dry now. The nice thing about this craft is because it's hot glue, it dries really fast, and so you can really move on this project. It doesn't take very long at all. And if you're like me, you can go ahead and, you know, pipe out from the hot glue gun a few at a time, so that by the time you're finished, like, squeezing out 3 or 4 of them, the first one is completely dry and you can move on. All right, so there's our 3 holly leaves, and here are our 3 berries. And now what we're going to do is, on our 3 little berries, we're going to just take them, put a little hot dab of hot glue on the back, and we're just going to then stick them right down on our holly. And we want to, try to make sure that they are glued to the holly. Okay, guys, and there's our holly and our berries. So cute. Now, at this point, you can decorate these a couple different ways. If you wanted to take some acrylic paints or poster paints, you can go ahead and paint your snowflake all white, and then your holly green and red with your acrylic paint. However, I kind of like the opaqueness of the hot glue. So what I'm going to paint with is, yep, you guessed it, fingernail polish. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green and I am going to go ahead and start with the leaves. And just give it a nice coat of the green. Go back in here with my red. And do my berries. And I think this red is so pretty, guys. It's so festive. Let that dry. And we're going to come back over to our snowflake. Now, with the snowflake again, you can go ahead and paint it with acrylic, paint it white, whatever you want to do with that, with the base of it. I am going to leave it just like that. And once again, with my glitter nail polish, just going to go over. Just going to go over it quick and give it a little dusting of glitter. I'm running low on this particular polish. You've seen me use this probably in almost every craft I've done so far. This particular glitter polish, which I just think is so pretty because it's multicolor. It does have some green in there. It's got a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. I just think it's really pretty. Now, because we're not doing a base coat of a color on this, you may want to go back over it and give it a couple coats of your glitter. And that's up to you. If you like it just barely dusted with glitter, you can leave it just like that. Just do one coat. If you want a little bit more glitter, go on ahead and do a second coat. It's up to you. It's your craft. You do what you want. Okay, it's just as easy as that, guys. Now, while this one is drying from the nail polish, this is one I made a little bit earlier. This one actually isn't even as nice as that one. This one is this one's kind of clumpy here. I didn't quite wait long enough to let it dry in between. However, I don't want to not use this one. And here is a third one that I made earlier that I already coated in the nail polish, which is very pretty. Again, you can just leave it like that if you want, or you can go ahead and give it a second coat. Now, what I also think is nice is to coat the back of it as well, just in case it flips around on your tree. You don't want to see just plain glue. So you can paint the back of that as well. And there's our holly. Oh, missed the spot right up there, but I'll go back and get that. And I do see now a couple glue strings that I can pull off now that they're painted. So that's our little craft, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and finish these, and then I'll show you them on the tree. Okay, guys, so that's our craft for this evening. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please like and give me a big old thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing so and hitting the notification bell next to the subscription button. I upload videos at least once a week. Right now we're in the middle of Vlogmas, so I'm doing one every day until Christmas. And guys, as always, be happy, be healthy, be safe, don't get fleas, and we'll see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.